Hey everybody, welcome to KimmelsIrishPub.com. We got a hot one on our hands tonight. If you didn't read the title and you're just watching randomly, this is Three Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. There's a lot of buzz around this one, right? So it's supposed to be pretty good. Rotten Tomatoes, 93% from the critics. The audience at 87. IMDb, excuse me, has it at 8.3. I don't think we've watched a movie together this high in a long time. So it stars Frances McDormand. She's the star. Woody Harrelson, I believe, plays the police chief. Sam Rockwell's in it. And I think there's some other people. Abby Cornish is in this. So there's a lot of good people in this one, just by looking at this. So it's about basically Frances plays Mildred, who her daughter gets murdered. And after months of not having a culprit or somebody to, whoever did it, she decides to paint 3 billboards leading into this town to try and, I guess, encourage the sheriff to start doing more, or the chief or whatever. And it's some challenging stuff on the signs. I'm not sure what it is yet, so I'm going to get into it a little bit, but you know what I'm talking about here. I'm sure you heard about it if you're a movie buff. Can't wait to see what it's all about, and I'll give you more details in a little bit after I know a little bit more about it. I just gave you the synopsis that we saw in the numbers, so let's get into it. Stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. It's 55 minutes and 3 seconds into the movie, so there's only an hour and 1 second left. We're watching 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri. There's not a lot to share. It's hard to share because I think there's a lot of spoilers. Like I don't even want to tell you, although it's revealed early on what the message is on the billboard. I don't want to tell you. They lead it up first. They kind of make it suspenseful, but they give it to you early in the movie. But essentially, as I had mentioned, her daughter has been murdered, and 7 months has gone by, and they haven't found who did it. And she feels as though they're not doing enough. So that's why she rents out the billboards and puts a message up there, which of course causes a stir within the town. People don't like it. The sheriff doesn't like it. Obviously the whole sheriff or chief, I don't know what the difference is, but whatever. The head of the police doesn't like it, and all the cops, and so they're trying to get her to take them down by talking to her, by doing things and stuff like that. So that's like pretty much the whole first half of the movie. A little background on her. Mildred is now a single mother of teenagers. They were both teenagers. The daughter was a teenager when she died, and her son is also a teenager now. And she got away from an abusive husband, and he still lives in town and interact a little bit there, but you can see that he is abusive, and you can also see the kind of family environment or household environment that she led. The way the kids talk to her when they do flashbacks and things like that. So it wasn't, the best thing. And then there's this one scene that really, makes you feel awful when, her daughter had left for the last time, leaving the house. But I'm not going to spoil that for you. There's small comedy in it. I mean, Woody Harrelson, Sam Rockwell, there's some small funny parts in it that you kind of laugh at, but I wouldn't call it a comedy. Maybe a dark comedy. I think they are. But maybe that's what it is. I'll double check on that because there are some small moments. Sam Rockwell is excellent. I always like him. I think he's a great actor. He's not always, a lot of actors fit into a mold, and that's always who they play. Sam Rockwell, I think, has a lot of range, and he's always got a little bit of crazy though. I mean, like every character he plays, he's a little crazy somehow, some way, and he is in this one. But it's different than the other characters. He's a different kind of crazy. But that's a good one. Yeah, it's a Debbie Downer kind of movie. So I can't give you many more details because I think it's worth watching, and I don't want to spoil anything for you. So I'll think about it a little bit more. Keep watching it. And maybe I'll check in again if I have something that I can share. If not, I'll see you at the credits. All right. Hey everybody, we're at the credits. Real quick, I want to talk about some of the actors and actresses that were in this that I failed to mention. One of Peter Dinklage is in this. I think everybody knows who he is now. And the mother from Napoleon Dynamite was also in this. The kid from Empire Records, who was doing, if you ever saw Empire Records, he was the kid who was stealing all the CDs. He's in this movie. A lot older now, but he's in it. And then, if you saw American Made, the actor's name is Caleb Landry Jones. So if you saw American Made, he plays the brother-in-law to Tom Cruise in that. He's in this, and I thought he did a good job too, because I only seen him in that before, I think. And the character he plays in there, he doesn't play that same character here. So, all in all, the acting in this movie was phenomenal. Woody Harrelson, Sam Rockwell was incredible, and Frances did it again. Frances McDormand, she was great. So I thought all the acting was great, and it's a very original movie. You know, a lot of times we're seeing a lot of, same plot over and over. You hear me talk about it. It's like, you've seen this a million times. It's just done a different way. You know, it's very similar plot lines. They can't come up with new stuff. I mean, they're getting so bad that they have to remake everything. So they're always remaking, or they're doing sequels. And then when they do come up with an original idea, it's very similar to many other movies. And it's, this is completely original. I've never seen anything like this. And it's a dark comedy. So it's like you never know what emotion is going on. I mean, when you see this, there's a lot of tragedy, and things that might get you, upset or sad, things like that. And then the next minute, there's laughter. They make you laugh somehow, some way. But overall, I thought the whole movie, it's an hour and 55 minutes long, and I think an hour and 54 of it was great. And I was, I think it's a great movie, great acting, very original, loved it all the way till the end. And that's me. I think maybe a lot of people will like the ending, and I'm not going to give it away or lean it any way. I'm sure that it goes along with the originality of the movie and the creativity that's there. It's not something I really enjoy, so I was all the way at the end. I was 8, at least an 8. I think I was going to go with an 8 for it because, I like different types of movies. This isn't the type of movie that I like, with so much sadness and emotion and tragedy and things like that, but the fact that the way that they did it, and they mixed it in with a lot of humor, really helped, and it's so original. I was going with an 8 till the end. I wasn't too excited about that, so I'm going to give it a 7. I don't think that matters. I think everybody who watches my reviews and is into movies has to watch this movie, just for the originality of it, for the creativity, for the acting alone. You must watch this movie. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on how it ends. Hopefully we will all agree that it is a fantastic film, just because you've never seen anything like it before, and you will be awestruck as you watch it. Like, I didn't have a lot of check-ins, I didn't have a lot to share, but I was engaged the whole time. Because you never knew what was going to happen. It was so unpredictable. You think it's going one way, and it left turn. It's like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? And then it goes on, and it's like, okay, and then boom, turns again. You never really know where it's going. Very unpredictable, very original, very good, except for that ending. So I'm gonna leave you with that. I urge you to watch this film. I don't often have these types of urges to. I think a lot of people will enjoy this if you're into movies. This is a good one to watch. So, but keep in mind, very emotional, and it's not a cheerful movie. But all right, that's it. KimmelsIrishPub.com. Thanks for watching this long. Leave me some comments. I really want to know what you thought. More so about the ending. But if you have any additional comments about the movie, I'd love to hear them. Thanks. See you in a bit. KimmelsIrishPub.com.